praise to you, O God, through the earth, our mother, who produces wonderful fruits. Welcome to Plant Gardens and Eat Their Fruits, a series dedicated to enjoying the goodness of God's creation and helping you to be healthy in body and soul. I'm standing in front of one of my favorite plants that I like to grow here in my garden, Egyptian spinach. Probably most of you have never heard of it. It's something that's very popular in Asia, and it's called Egyptian spinach because it's believed that actually it was grown in Egypt. It loves the heat, and that Cleopatra is said to have liked this type of spinach, and that the Egyptian king, when he was ill, made a soup of this, and it brought him back and restored him to health. And you can understand why, when it's been looked at as a nutritional value, it's much higher than just regular spinach. In fact, than most vegetables. It's much higher in vitamins E, C, potassium, and iron, the B vitamins, calcium, beta-carotene. It's just a very rich nutritional thing. Now here in the South, we have a lot of heat in the summer. It loves the heat. I actually sent some of the seeds up to my family up in Iowa. They could never get them to grow. So I don't know what the problem was there, but maybe it just has to be in a hot environment. But it thrives here, and I was looking for some greens that I could grow in the summer because the traditional greens of kale and spinach and those things, they just don't do well in the heat. But the Egyptian spinach loves it. So I grow this as my primary green during the summer, and you just pluck the leaves off of here, so they're very easy to pick, and it's a very mild flavor. And so I'll pick a bowl full of these fresh leaves, and then I'll take them and I'll make a nice green smoothie out of it, perhaps with some of those fresh figs. So I just took about 20-25 of those Egyptian spinach leaves and blended it together with about 5 white figs from our fig tree. Added a little bit of ice as well to make it a colder drink. And it makes a very nutritious drink that is easy for your body to get all the nutrition from that because it's already broken down. And as I often say, to be fully alive, we need to eat living things. And there's nothing better than something fresh from the garden, fresh from your fruit tree, that you blend together, that you drink in a green smoothie or otherwise. So here's to your health. You know, in the prophet Amos, at the end of his prophecies, which is chapter 9, the last 2 verses, Amos had prophesied that Israel was going to be taken away, that they were going to be dispersed. But at the end, he gives a promise of restoration, that they are going to be restored. And when they are restored, they are to plant vineyards and drink wine. They are to make gardens and eat of the fruits. So it was something in which he was speaking about the restoration of the people, and that God would always keep them safe in his hand. But it was also something where, they were being instructed to plant their gardens and eat the fruits thereof. Now perhaps you haven't taken good care of your own health. Well, this is something where you want to restore your health by eating those things that your body really needs to be nutritionally fed, and it can flourish. And gradually you're going to find that things will improve. You know, there are health problems that even the best nutrition is not going to alleviate, but there are many things that will be alleviated. But even more so, perhaps you haven't taken care of your soul. And maybe that needs that restoration that God wants to give it too, so that your soul can flourish. So maybe you haven't been to confession for a long time, and you want to unburden that weight that weighs upon you so that God can restore you to grace, which is the most important thing and the thing that lasts eternally. And to remain in a spiritual life, spending time in prayer every day, having that time that's for God every day. And what you're going to find is He's going to continue His work of restoration. He's going to free you from those burdens of the past, those sins of the past. And He's going to bring you that new life of grace. And it's going to increase in you. And it's going to lead you to that life everlasting. It's going to restore your joy, your peace, that deep peace that we long for. So let's trust in God, who wants to restore our physical health as much as we're able through these good practices, but even more so, our spiritual health. And closing with the words again of St. Francis in his Canticle of Brother Sun, praise to you, O God, through the earth, our mother, who brings forth wonderful fruits.